Hey everybody! Let's face it, relationships can be confusing. One minute you're sharing a pizza and laughing, the next, someone's acting distant. And it's usually the guys who turn into the strong, silent type. We're diving deep into 8 common reasons why men might start putting on the brakes in a relationship. Fellas, if you're watching, no judgment here. This is valuable information for everyone. Ladies, this might give you a little peek into what's going on in that head of his. So grab your comfy pants, maybe a snack, and let's get right into it. Okay, first up on our list is the big C word. And no, I don't mean cake, though I am always thinking about cake. I'm talking about commitment. It's a word that can send shivers down the spine of many. Some guys might have a clear picture of what they want their future to look like, with detailed plans and dreams, while others might still be figuring things out, taking it one day at a time. But when a guy suddenly starts acting distant just as things are getting serious, it might be because those commitment alarm bells are going off in his head. It's like an internal warning system that makes him pull back. He might need a little time to process his feelings, maybe even a gentle nudge in the right direction. Remember, communication is key. Sometimes a heart-to-heart talk can make all the difference. If you're feeling confused about where things stand, don't be afraid to have an open and honest conversation. It's better to clear the air than to let misunderstandings fester. After all, relationships thrive on transparency and trust. So reason number 2 why a guy might pull away is the need for independence. Just because someone is in a relationship doesn't mean they want to be attached at the hip 24/7. Everyone needs their own space to breathe, to pursue their own interests, and just be themselves. Guys especially can sometimes feel like they're losing a part of themselves when they're in a relationship. They might miss hanging out with their friends, pursuing their hobbies, or just having some good old-fashioned alone time. All right, let's talk about emotions. Now, I'm a pretty emotional person, but some people, especially guys, haven't always been encouraged to express their feelings. Sometimes, when emotions start bubbling up in a relationship, it can feel overwhelming. So, when a guy suddenly clams up or pulls away emotionally, it might be his way of coping with feeling overwhelmed. He might need some time to sort through his feelings, and that's perfectly okay. The important thing is to create a safe and supportive space for him to open up when he's ready. Let him know that you're there for him, no matter what. Chapter 4. It's not you, it's me. But seriously, it might be work. Sometimes when a guy is dealing with a lot of stress from outside sources, it can put a strain on even the strongest relationships. Think about it. Work deadlines, family problems, even just the general chaos of life can take a toll. And when someone is feeling overwhelmed, they might not have the emotional energy to give to their relationship in the same way. So if your guy seems distant or withdrawn, it's worth considering what else might be going on in his life. Remember, everyone copes with stress differently. Chapter 5. Ghost of Girlfriends Past Unresolved Baggage. Let's be honest, everyone has a past. Our experiences shape who we are, and sometimes they leave scars that are hard to heal. When it comes to relationships, unresolved issues from the past can sometimes rear their ugly heads and cause problems in the present. These issues can create misunderstandings and conflicts that are difficult to navigate. If a guy has been hurt in a previous relationship, he might be carrying around some emotional baggage that he hasn't fully dealt with. This baggage can weigh heavily on his heart and mind, affecting his ability to trust and love freely. This can make it scary to open himself up to someone new, even if he really cares about them. The fear of getting hurt again can be paralyzing, making it hard to move forward. It's important to remember that healing takes time. Emotional wounds don't heal overnight, and patience is key. Be patient, be understanding, and let him know that you're there for him every step of the way. Your support can make a world of difference in his healing journey. Okay, this next reason might seem a little counterintuitive, but trust me on this one. Sometimes, men pull away in relationships because they're afraid of being vulnerable. Society often tells men that they need to be strong, stoic, and unemotional. So, when a guy starts to fall for someone, it can bring up a lot of fear and insecurity. It's important to create a safe and supportive environment where he feels comfortable expressing his feelings. Let him know that it's okay to be vulnerable and that you're there for him no matter what. You know that game we used to play as kids, where you'd whisper a secret to one person, and they'd whisper it to the next person, and so on? By the end, the message was always totally garbled. It was funny then, but in real life, it can be frustrating. Well, communication in relationships can be kind of like that too. It's not just about the words we use, but how we say them and how they're received. Sometimes what we mean to say gets lost in translation. and the true intent behind our words can be misunderstood. Misunderstandings can quickly spiral out of control, leading to arguments and hurt feelings. If a guy feels like he's not being heard or understood, he might start to withdraw from the relationship, feeling isolated and disconnected. This withdrawal can create a cycle of miscommunication and emotional distance. The key to avoiding communication breakdowns is to create a safe and open space for dialogue. This means being patient and non-judgmental. Encourage him to share his thoughts and feelings and really listen to what he has to say. Show empathy and understanding. By fostering an environment of trust and openness, you can strengthen your connection and prevent misunderstandings from taking root. And finally, we come to the last reason why men might pull away in relationships: the need for space. Now, this one can be tricky because it might feel like he's pushing you away, but sometimes a little bit of distance can actually be a good thing for a relationship. Giving each other some space allows you to miss each other, to appreciate each other, and to come back together feeling refreshed and reconnected. So if your guy says he needs some space, don't freak out. Let him have his time and trust that he'll come back to you when he's ready. So there you have it. 8 common reasons why men might pull away in relationships. Remember, relationships are a two-way street, and communication is key. If you're feeling lost or confused, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Talk to your partner, talk to a trusted friend or family member, or even consider seeking professional guidance. The most important thing is to remember that you're not alone. Relationships can be tough, but with a little bit of understanding and effort, you can navigate even the bumpiest of roads. Thanks for watching, everyone.